Hey guys, it's Kirsten again. So I'm here with another video today, and I wanted to do a video on 10 things I wish I knew before starting dental assistant school. I have my little list right here of 10 things that I wish I knew before I started. So yes, also look at this cute shirt, Avocado Holic. That's me. I got it for my birthday yesterday from my friends in my dental assisting class. They're the best. They'll become your best friends if you decide to do this. So for the first thing that I wrote down, which is honestly probably the one that stresses me out the most because I am not an artistic person, dental assisting is an art form. And people that are good at drawing, that are good at like working with like clay and like being artistic will be great at this. And I am not. I'm more of like a book person. Like I can memorize information, like I know the information, I can answer your questions. But for me, getting good at certain things that require you to be artistic, like pouring stone and like putting like the anatomy back into the teeth, like people that are artistic blow me out of the water. I've had to work really hard to do well at those things, but some people it just came like that. They just got it, and I was so jealous. But you know, I'm getting there. I'm practicing. There's just some things that you're going to be good at that others are not going to be. And our teacher said that's how an office works. Like people pick up slack where others lack. The second part is the first half of school we were in didactic, which is just textbook stuff. And for me, I have prior like type of training. I was a pharmacy tech in the Air Force. I went through a whole schooling, a lot of science type stuff. And there was a lot more science stuff in this than I thought there was going to be. And luckily for me, I did have a background, I did have knowledge, so that really helped me. But everyone else in my class like struggled through anatomy and physiology, microbiology, embryology, like there's so pathology. Like I had a background in all of this, and that helped me so much. If I had not had that, I don't know how I would have had to try a lot harder. For the third one is you will have to study a lot. Even though I did have like sort of a medical background being a pharmacy technician, sorry, I'm adjusting, and Luna is just being Luna. But even though I did have a background in medical, this was still intensive. I was studying 2 to 3 hours a night. And to me, like, honestly, I could not, if I didn't study that hard, I could have been a BC student. Like, I could have not studied at all and still passed this program. But, like, I wanted to get good grades. I want straight A's. Like, I don't like mediocre, really. Like, I want to be the best. I want to do my best, so I do. So, studying 2 to 3 hours a night has given me straight A's. We have I think it's like 4 grading periods, and I have A's for all of them. It was not always easy, but if you study and put in the work, you can do good in this program. Number 4. Okay, so during the program, after you get to a certain point, you can begin volunteering. We volunteer at this place near our school. It's not really near our school. It's like downtown Fort Myers, but we volunteer there and you get hands-on experience like that. Oh my gosh, it is so important. I have learned more there, and I have become more comfortable there when it comes to assisting in procedures, from extractions to fillings. They don't really do, because it's a low income, it's a free dental work, so they only really do extractions and fillings and like some other random stuff that people have going on. But being in there has given me so much more confidence for when I go out to clinicals in October to sit beside the doctor and not freak out and know what to do. So that's really important. If you're in school and you get the opportunity to volunteer, or if you have to go find your own volunteer opportunities, go and do it, because the dentists know you're in school and they will literally help you. They will walk you through what you're supposed to do, and you feel so much better. You're like, okay, this makes sense. I feel good. I've got the HVE, you know, I've got my air water syringe, or I've like got instruments, like I'm ready. It will help you in the long run. Okay, and number 5, I think it's number 5. You will become attached to your patients. And I'm the only one in my class that has gone to this volunteer place. I've gone 10 plus times. No one else has been more than 3 times. it's because I need this. Like, I need the practice. But so I've seen these patients multiple times. I have gotten to know them. I have literally, some of them are just flat out nuts because this is a low income sort of thing. A lot of people are drug addicts. A lot of people have HIV, AIDS, Hep C, you know, it's not the greatest place. But you learn so much, and these people are so sweet, and they've just been through so much. And I didn't realize how much I was going to connect with the patients, and that's what makes me so excited to get into an office, that you're gonna literally see these patients like twice a year plus, because depending on if they need dental work, and that's just their recall appointments. But like, I can't wait to like go to work and see who's on my schedule and be like, oh my gosh, I love her. Like, I want to talk to her. I want to ask her how her family's doing. She's so sweet, you know, like that's what makes this worth it. And it's so important. Volunteering, but the connections you make it's so important. Okay, number 6, networking. Okay, networking is, I feel like, important with any sort of career, job, anything like that. When you work in a dental office, you have like reps that come to your office and like bring food, but they're also trying to sell you a product. Our teacher also got them to come to our school, and just so we could learn about different things, learn about different products, how certain instruments work, and like we got to do a lot of hands-on with a lot of different things, which was so awesome of her. But get all of their cards. You know, find them on LinkedIn. When you're going out volunteering, meeting new doctors, introduce yourself. Just go to offices and be like, hey, can I volunteer for the week? Like, over the we had a quick summer break while we were in school, and I went to a couple dental offices. I even got a quick like temp job at the local college. They have a dental hygiene program, and I talked to those people at the dental hygiene program because eventually I might want to go back and do that. I don't really know yet. But it's so important to network, because there's always someone looking for a job. Like, or there's always an office looking to hire a dental assistant. Someone will know where a job is, so that when you get out of school, you can just get right into a job. I actually volunteered with this doctor in our community, and she was going to a local elementary school, and we split up into groups, and we were teaching these children all about dental care and trying to keep it really interesting to them. And me and 2 other of my classmates went, and then she had her employees, but she specifically has requested me for clinicals. There was 2 other girls in my class, but there was something about me, you know, I was very like engaging, like I was trying to talk to her, I was asking questions, like I wanted her to remember me. And she has now specifically requested from my teacher that if she can have me during clinical rotation. And that, I'm not trying to brag, I'm not, because this is just will benefit you guys. So I'm so happy. Like, she's so kind. She lives right near my house. She's actually been from the beginning been trained from a doctor that I worked with over the summer, so I know she's an amazing doctor if she was trained by this doctor. And everyone says she's an amazing doctor, so I'm really excited to get to go to a private office and learn as much as I can from someone who literally, I don't even really know, but just from that one encounter, she has requested me, and that says a lot, like, about networking and putting yourself out there. Let's see. Number 7. Okay. In school, you have to learn so many instruments and so many burrs, okay? It is overwhelming sometimes, but what I've learned is no matter what office you go to, they're gonna call them something different. There's like the basic couple of instruments. I would say there's probably 10 instruments that most people call the same thing, but anywhere I've gone, they'll ask me, they're like, can I have this? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And we learn something completely different. So while you're in school, do the best you can, but do not stress about it, because when you get to an office, you're going to have your training period, and you're going to learn what your doctor calls everything, like what is normal to that office. So just do your best, but don't like freak out, because every office is different with literally everything, and it's kind of overwhelming. Okay, number 8. So at school, we have a lab side of our school. So it's like didactic side, lab side. Our lab side is run like a real dental job. Like, it's a real dental office. We all have responsibilities. We all have jobs to do. Each week we rotate. It's definitely eye-opening, and since volunteering, you have to pick other people's slack. People are not going to really always do what they're supposed to do. Some people are going to be lazy, and you just have to do it, because if no one does it, it don't get done. And sometimes that's not good. It affects patient health. It can have something to do with infection control. Like, you have to do it. And you know what? That will not go unnoticed. So you know, eventually they'll realize that someone's not doing their job, and they'll confront them, they'll let them go. But just even in school, people are like so lazy. They don't do their jobs, and it's not even that hard, because we don't even have real patients only during x-rays did we have real patients, or we work on ourselves, and most of the time we work on typodonts. So it's not like you have to be like psychotic about infection control because there's no actual saliva. It's crazy to me, and I've seen it in offices too. Some girls are like, oh, 2:30, bye, and like there's people still doing stuff. You stay and you help them. Like, you're a team. This is a team, and it's really annoying, and I'm sorry, but it just frustrates me. Okay, and number 10. I feel like I skipped one. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Number 10. My program, we are competitive. We are our friends, but we are competitive, and everyone wants to be the best at everything. And honestly, that's not going to happen. That's just the cold hard truth. You're not going to be the best at everything. Me and my friend in my class, half the time, actually more than half the time, we were the only two that would pass the test in the didactic side. And so we thought, we were like, bam, like we were like, go ahead, hair flip, like, but we were putting in the work. Don't act like we weren't putting in the work. Others were not putting in as much work as us. But when it got to the lab side, some of those girls crushed us. They were so dang artistic that their models were incredible, and mine looked like a big old pile of poo. And I would get so frustrated because I would put in so much work, and I was like, what the heck? So, you know, the people that don't do that well on the didactic side can go over to the lab side and totally kick your butt. So it's not even that big of a deal. That was something I had to get over, because I was literally, it was keeping me up at night that I was not doing that well at certain things. But doing something once and not being good at it doesn't mean that you're bad at that. You just have to practice more. That's just how it is. But pretty much that's all I wanted to say. If y'all have any questions, leave them down below. I can answer them. I go to clinical October 8th, and I graduate December 21st. We will be going to 2 different dental offices, and then for one day we'll be going to an ortho office, and for another day we'll be going to an oral surgery office. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go, and I'll have tons of stories to tell you guys. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you are interested in going to dental assisting school, you can comment down below. I will help you answer any questions, or you can DM me on Instagram. I think my stuff is down below. But thank you. Bye.